Kapoor, you have to visit us sometime soon.
Only if you promise to stop by again, Mrs. Murthy. Of course, if you tempt me with a watermelon that juicy, how can I resist a bite? Speaking of watermelons, did you see Mrs. Patel in her red and green sari the other day? See her? Darling, please. After her golden heel broke, I saw her roll down Prudent Passage with a flimsy black purse that I could have sworn looked like her tail. No way. I mean, what did she expect? Wearing golden heels on the second Tuesday of the month. Everybody knows that's textbook recipe for Nazar. Exactly. And I can't explain how disappointed I felt after it all. Knowing I could have easily prevented it because I got 2 WhatsApp forwards about it the very same morning. I mean, like, not to make fun of her or anything, right? She's such a nice person and we're just looking out for her. Just the same way we look out for everyone in our entire society. I know. And tell me something, Mrs. Kapoor. If we don't, who will? Right? Right? And these kids keep telling me, Mommy, it's a myth, Mommy, it's pseudoscience and whatnot. Beta, we've lived far longer than you, okay? Keep this logic kacha to yourselves. Could not have put it better myself. But now that you mention kids, Mrs. Kapoor, how are you doing after Vikram moved out? I know it can't be easy when your only son leaves for college. Don't get me started on that, Mrs. Murthy. The house feels so empty in his absence. I still think about the day that he left.
देखा है तुझको जब से हाय मैं तो हिल गया लगता है मेरे सीने से दिल निकल गया देखा है तुझको जब से हाय मैं तो हिल गया लगता है मेरे सीने से दिल निकल गया मम्मी से क्या डैडी से भी मिलाऊंगा तुझे और जो भी मैं
Vikram!
तेरा ध्यान किधर है ये तेरा हीरो इधर है किधर है ये तेरा हीरो इधर है तेरा ध्यान किधर है तेरा हीरो इधर है तो पलटना
Guys? Vikram, you're absolutely sure you got everything now, Vikram? And you got your phone and your laptop?
Toothbrush and toothpaste,
Comb and coconut hair oil,
socks and underwear,
liquid detergent?
and most importantly, veg biryani.
Okay, so yes and yes and yes and yes and yes and yes and you see the largest suitcase of the lot that's entirely full of pulao, so yes.
Oh, made us Sona, all grown up now. What will we do without you?
Mommy, please. I'm only a 45-minute train ride away. Besides, I promise to visit every weekend. It'll feel like nothing's changed.
Oh, and the waterworks begin. It's the only thing she knows how to do well these days, other than bargaining. Never mind her now. This is your day for third, and what a splendid day indeed. The day my son finally becomes the electrical engineer he's always dreamt of. All those after-school science classes we drove you to on our scooter, all those My Little Engineer toy kits we bought you. You're going to cruise through college effortlessly. Now, what's the time? Oi, you better hurry if you still want to catch a train. Quick, start putting everything in the car.
Wait. Surely you can't be thinking of leaving without some dahi chini. It's for good luck. After all, he's gonna need all the luck he can get. Living all alone in a new city.
This woman and the dahi chini. It's gonna cost me a hefty 43 quid train ticket. What was I thinking when I married her? Chalo, beta. Time is of the essence.
Arey, bas karo ji. Just finishing off with some ghee ka. This is not helping with your high blood pressure. Who does he stuffs himself with every evening? But who listens to me in this house? What a handsome Shansha. You better not let girls get in the way of your work, okay? You have no trouble charming them all, I'm sure.
Charming them all? Whatever are you implying, Mummy? Is it similar to the time I impressed my chemistry teacher by reciting the periodic table?
What? But you'll see what I mean. Just remember, with great beauty comes great responsibility.
I don't think that's what Batman says, Mummy.
Unless you want your poor father to turn into a horse that will bump you on a ride to a different city, we ought to be leaving now.
Bye, Peter. We'll miss you. Don't forget to call every day. I'm sure it must have been very tough for you. As a matter of fact, it is exactly how I felt when Shreya left too. Truly heartbreaking. Definitely. And what about Mrs. Patel? I heard you offered to drop off Ishika along with Shreya. Yes, even Mrs. Patel seemed miserable, as if her golden heel tragedy wasn't miserable enough.
Mommy? Papa? Yes, sorry to disturb you. I just thought you'd like to know.
Stop! It just won't stop. Stupid golden heel. I knew there was something dodgy the second I unboxed it. Balm. Yes, balm, Pikantase. If she could put your ailing mother some balm to relieve her pain. Well, come on. Are you expecting me to perform an art for you or something? Quit being lazy and go fetch me some balm.
Yes, Mommy, just give me a second. I'll look for it.
God damn it! This isn't even today's newspaper. I swear you break your back working all week for these ungrateful people and they can't even make sure you get the right newspaper to read on the weekend. Where's this daughter of ours? Ishika? Kahan chahi chokri? Ishika!
Coming, Papa. Yes, sorry. Mommy wanted some balm, but I couldn't find it.
Excuses. Keep them to yourself and get me the right newspaper.
But I'm not making excuses, Papa. I was
Daylight,
genuinely-
Tata. The right newspaper. Right now.
Oi, Maharani, don't go back with the balm. I'm telling you, it's simply hollow, that head of hers. What other explanation could there possibly be?
Mommy, Papa, please, just listen to me for 1 minute. I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you that all my bags are packed. In 5 minutes, Shreya and her parents are coming to pick me up. In 5 minutes, I'll be gone for good.
Should I have an app for this?
What? Does it really matter that little to you? Even as your only daughter leaving for college?
Oh, really? Drama queen? You want us to pretend like we're proud? Like you haven't made it crystal clear that you'd rather put dance on a pedestal rather than logical like engineering?
I cannot believe this. I'm literally going to STEM college after caving to countless condescending remarks.
Yeah, admission granted based on special dance considerations. Nothing to be pleased with over here.
Can you imagine what the Kapoors and Murtis would say if they ever found out about this? Our reputation in society would be tarnished forever.
That's what you care about so much. Your image in society.
Keep your voice down, young lady. I will not be spoken to this way under my own roof.
Day and night, all I ever prayed for was a boy. Now we can only hope we've saved up enough for retirement, because it doesn't seem like we'll be getting any help otherwise.
Are you ready? We're here.
Shreya, yeah, I've got everything packed. Come in, please. Thank you for helping me move on, Dee.
Of course, Shika, anytime. And how are you doing, Mrs. Patel? Has that ankle still not healed?
Unfortunately not, Mrs. Morley. But of course, the only thing I'm preoccupied with right now is dear Ishika's departure. We were just talking about how much we're going to miss her. Weren't we, Ishika? Were we not, Ishika? Oh, yes, I suppose we were.
Oh, I bet you were. But don't worry. I'm sure your parents would be visiting you all the time. Just like I would be visiting my fabulous Shreya every week. Look at her. Isn't she adorable?
Mama, please, chill out. We agreed you'd only come once every month and calls every fortnight. If and only if I'm not super busy. Which is going to be quite unlikely with all the hangovers every second morning.
Yanna, फिर भी सुन लो. Say that again.
Trust me, Ishika. With your flared dance and my decent drip, we're going to be in the spotlight 24/7, 365.
If you girls are done with your fantasies, start putting the luggage in your trunk. We don't want to disturb Mr. Patel any longer.
Oh no, not at all. We're just cherishing these last few moments with our incredible daughter.
Wow! Vikram, Shreya and Ishika. All of them off to the same college. Who would have known? Maybe I should have introduced Vikram to Shreya and Ishika before he left. Oh God, how could I have been so careless? Edgar, evlo stress panelinga, Mrs. Kapoor. I'm sure they bump into campus all the time. Besides, haven't we spent 19 years of our life training our children to be perfect in every which way possible? That's an impeccable argument, Mrs. Murthy. Surely we're excellent parents. Who can disagree? So now it's up to them to use our training as they step out into the battlefield and experience the struggle of true independence. As far as I'm concerned, it's parent mode off and vacation mode on.
में छुपे सारे खुशी के रंग है देखो ना ये हल्के गहरे गहरे हल्के जिंदगी के रंग है It's crazy है ये रंग बिरंग Life is crazy जिंदगी है Life is crazy साओ संग संग बहती हवा
कोई जैसा कोई